So Samaran, so Akiran. Can you hear me well? Samara, is it your day off today or you have to go to work? Hey Marushka. Ah, it's your day off. I nailed it then. I choose the right day. Without knowing it. I got to work on Friday, Saturday. Ah, okay. How are you guys? my voice still is a bit shaky, but it's getting there. Okay. Clarification: what separates these lives from the Saturday ones? Probably the request, because there's a lot of requests. And now I'm adding some requests from TikTok as well. So I do have a lot of requests. I of course I try to be selective about which ones, but and since I'm not doing the usual uploading weekly of the readings in the channel, I can do the readings here and not let them accumulate only for Saturday, because it's too many readings in a few hours, and it's a bit tiring for me. So that's why I want to separate them. I want to do some readings during the week, like on one live stream, and then another one on Saturday, so I don't overwhelm myself with so many readings. I didn't join the past live because it was 7 a.m. for me. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's the main reason. Like, because we had been discussing this before the year ended, that I wanted to change some things. And since I decided not to post weekly like I used to. It's not that I have a lot of people on my list, but I think that if I let them accumulate for Saturday, it's going to be a lot. So, yeah. And also sometimes because what I'm doing now is I'm also creating small clips to post on TikTok. So if I have a lot of readings, I have to not only have to do the timestamps, I also have to like select a couple of minutes of different readings to post on TikTok. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Hey Eddie. Today on the list that I have here that I have placed for others if you have ideas. But I do have a friendship reading between Doyoung, NCT Doyoung and Johnny. Then I have to do a reading for Jisoo, for Blackpink Jisoo for 2024 because she's a Capricorn and I haven't read for her. And also please remind me if there's some Capricorn idol that I haven't read for before because I don't remember. I know I did a few, but I don't remember. And then since I posted today a Singles Inferno couple tarot reading, there was someone that wanted this girl with another contestant that I believe is the guy that is called Wonik. I remember him. He didn't do much in the season, but oh well, maybe they had moments. Let's see if there's possibility. Um, let's see. um, because with this show, sometimes the people that you see on the screen and you're like, oh, this is the couple, but sometimes maybe that couple doesn't work and they go and they date other people, or they choose resume the relationship and connect differently outside of the show. Because actually I did watch an interview that they did for this guy, for Warning, on a street. It was like an interview on a street. I don't know if it was prior Singles Inferno, but he looked so different in there, in the sense that he was so like willing to answer questions and he was so smiley. Like that I didn't see in Singles Inferno. That part I didn't see. That part of him smiling and just being spontaneous, I didn't see. Um, so if you have other recommendations, Samara, Malushka, Akira, if you have any others, I can add them. Of course, you know that I'm trying to read for as many Capricorn idols as I can, because today is the 17th. So it's going to be Aquarius season very soon. And you know that Aquarius season is very busy. It's very busy because there's a lot of idols, a lot of Aquariuses in K-pop. So yeah, for them, I'm going to have to be like very organized to not miss anyone, because there's a lot of Aquariuses, a lot of Aquarius artists. So yeah, we are very close, very close. I can only think of Capricorns you already did or are in the military. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, the Capricorns I remember, I'm like, yeah, for this one, but I'm like, they're in the military. I can remember, did you read for Kun? He's a Capricorn. I believe I did read for Kun. Yes, I did read. Yes, I did read for Kun. Yes. For Wavy as a group, I also did. Yes. But yeah, with this of them, like, being um on the military, it actually, like, it narrows the list very, like, very, like, I don't know what was it in the third generation of K-pop, but it seems like most of Capricorn idols were part um of this third generation, and now they're enlisting. I'm trying to think, but I don't have one. Yeah, because I already did Jujeon of the boys. Maybe I can do Eric of the boys, the magnet. I did, didn't I do it? Oh, yes. Hey, Fluffy. I don't have one. I will put myself as an idol of Aquarius season. We can do Yiren from Everglow. Yiren. Everglow. Okay. You guys think about, is someone a Capricorn? Yes. But I believe I pull cards for him. Didn't I, guys? Didn't I pull cards for him? For someone? That I said that he looked happier, like he looked more happy. I don't know why. I think I did talk about someone. I think I did, yes. It was on one of the live streams, yes. Hey, Dream. Welcome back. JB got 7. Is he still in the military? I believe he is. I believe he is. It seems, it seems like it's taking forever for him to come back. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that long ago, but it seems like it's forever since we've seen him. Yeah, no, he don't act like he's in the military. Yeah, because I believe I saw a TikTok yesterday of him going to his mother's cafe again, to his mother coffee shop. He was in there as well. But I don't know if maybe, I believe probably it was his birthday not so long ago. So maybe he was stopping by to meet the fans. Yeah, it's like that's why it's so confusing for me when he's in the military, because I'm like, he looks like a regular guy, and I believe that maybe the people that work in the same section as he does, because they don't have the same hairdo, they don't have short hair, they just look normal. So it's very confusing. It's like, are you doing the military service or not? And they attend concerts, it's weird. Taeyeon or Kai, they are Capricorn. Yeah, but they are in the military. They do get holidays breaks in the military. Yeah. Ah, they do get. Yeah, but for JB, I believe it's once a week because it's unbelievable. Like, I don't. I mean, I don't know much about the whole. This is my first time actually witnessing like some of my favorite people go into the military and like witnessing the whole process. I don't know how it was for the other idols that went there, but I think that there were even actors. I think that you didn't see them. Like you just it was 2 years and 2 years of not seeing their face. But now their faces are everywhere. Like everyone takes pictures, videos. Um, Maybe because K-pop is so popular. But have you already put Juju and Jenny on the list? No, no, I will not pull for those two. No, it's just a rumor. Like I would want like a more stable. I would want to know like a bit of clarification. Like if it was like, I don't think it's real. Yeah, he's posting all the time. It's like he never left. Hey Natalia. Today we can do a dynamic about the stupidest rumors of in K-pop that you ever heard, and let's pull some cards to see what the tarot have to say about it. Taking cards for actors. Sometimes I try not to, honestly. Because I don't know, there's something about actors' energy for me, particularly for me. Not all of them, but the ones I have read, they are not that interesting. Their energies are not that interested, and they are so self-centered. Like I cannot like. I'm sure they're doing a great job because definitely people are buying that, oh, they are in love with their co-star. But from the vibes that I get from some of them is like their energies is so boring, so boring. Like I swear, like and look, I believe that idols probably have more restrictions in their character, but actors, I don't know. There's just a few that I would be like, oh, this was a great experience reading for them. Most of them for me is like a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Jungkook having Lisa's eye tattoo has to be one of my favorites. Who is Ji Jang Wook? This is difficult. With my accent to pronounce that name is. Who is Ji Jang Wook? Have you watched the K2? No, no, I didn't. I think I have the greatest energy as this. Capricorns, BMX, Joshua. I believe I did read for Joshua that he got. Yeah, I'm going to add Eric of the boys because he's the magnet. And I'm a Joby, so I have to. If I read for Doyoung, I have to read for Eric. Um, that Yuri girl, she's no longer in Form Miss Nine, I believe. Yuri Kai. I don't remember him. Maybe if I see him, I would remember him. But what do you want to know about him? About the actor? There was a rumor about a love triangle between Yuna, Huninkai, and Wonyu. Really? Huninkai? Oh, I remember. Aaron was smiling. Yeah, the guy. That's another thing that I would consider like is a total trap, because you probably either if you are smiling and cheering or if you are looking bored, the way they put you on the spotlight with those camera shots, like, oh my God, I would be so stressed the hours that I'm there. Because if you notice the idol section, whenever a camera is around, the guys change. Their whole posture change. They are like this, and all of a sudden, when there's a camera that is coming, they are like, but otherwise they are like this. So, oh my God, it must be tough. Because they weren't cis together. Ji Jang-wook. PK of iKon. Yeah, I did read for those. The new couple. Not the dispatch couple, but the other couple. Lee Kang-hin and April. Okay. Wait. Ah, he's pretty. He's handsome. He has a cute smile. What sign is he? He's cute. Also, Sonayon and Lino, like back in 2020, no one believed it pretty much. Whoever made the rumor had nothing to do. The last rumors I heard was Jay Park and Ning Ning. Oh, because they did a challenge together. Oh, a Cancer, a Libra. Is he a Cancer or a Libra? Please don't confuse me. Ah, no, he's pretty. He's pretty, beautiful. Like there's something beautiful about him. Okay, I'm going to start with him, and then I'm going to go to Doyoung and Johnny. Okay, for this guy, for Ji Chang Wook. A year of a lot of changes. Is it possible that he lives overseas? Is it possible that he recently moved somewhere? Because definitely I see a lot of traveling. But this year is going to be very, very successful for him. Very successful. Probably he's going to, I don't know if he is already like working, but maybe he's going to get the offer to be the main lead of a very important project. Because he got 10 of cups, 9 of wands, 6 of swords, king of pentacles, and the fool. And then from the oracle, he got the card of moon in Capricorn, practicality. So yeah, I see him. Actually, I think that he's starting the year. I believe that he's dealing with some family issues. Like, it's not about family, I would say, but it's about the community that he belongs to. And you know, we were talking about him being a Cancer, so there's something about him. I don't know. His nature does give me caretaker vibes. So probably either he is the responsible one in the family, or he supports his family, or he's like the money maker of the family. I don't know, or maybe for a community, but he's like the provider. And I think that there's something in here that he's no longer comfortable with that. Probably he feels a bit exhausted, and he feels a bit tired of taking that role. You know, probably like following, you know, the legacy or what the community tells him. If he is religious, you know, that this religion is sort of guilt tripping him, you know, and him feeling like he has to support others. um I believe that there's something about him wanting to take distance, either from the place that he lives, from his family, from his hometown, from, you know, and this for a Cancer man is like huge. So I wonder what happened, that he's like deciding to put his feelings to a side and his loyalty to a side, and be like, you know, I want to go away. Like, I actually want to move out. If I had been living here all my life, I want to move out. I want to travel places. I don't want to be here. Like, yeah, I was very devoted to you guys. Like, I helped you. I was there, but no longer. I don't know how old he is, but there's something about him also reaching a level of maturity and recognition, also with the King of Pentacles. And also with the Fool, he wants to start over. He wants to start over. He wants to change the way he has been handling maybe his career or himself. He wants to be taken more seriously. And also probably there's a role, or there's like a potential project that is very important for him, that is going to be very challenging, because probably something that he has never done before. But he's like, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to take the risk. I think that he's learning to be much more brave. He wants to set himself free. So I wonder if he has like a family or friends, or a group of people that really they put a lot of pressure on his life decisions, you know. And with this, I'm not talking about him, the actor. I'm talking about him as a man. You know, maybe they telling him how to live his life. Maybe, oh, you should get married, or you should go here, or you should go there. You know, and him always being like this very, I would say, this very devoted person, that he always listens to what the people around him tell him to do. But now he's like, no, I have to become more independent. I have to be my own person. I have to get away from what I know, and also with the card of Moon in Capricorn, practicality. It's going to be a year of him also, learning to be more practical. This is why he has the King of Pentacles. It's like you have the potential to be probably to earn more money than actually what he has. And I'm not saying that he doesn't have money, but I feel that probably the money that he earned or something, he probably gave it to his family or he did something for others, and there was nothing left for himself. And here is all about like somehow like be more practical with your with your outcomes, like with your incomes, with your money, with your assets, like be more practical. Like like don't be a fool for love, because I don't see people stealing from him or anything, but I think that he's too nice. He's too devoted. I think that he's a guy that, I don't know if maybe he goes to church or something like that, but I see him like him giving money to others. There was news that he rejected the Italian remake series of movie. I guess not sure if he's overseas or not. Oh, he looks after his mom. Hey, Chachalino. He's really famous actor and action. His rise to fame was him doing the action genre. I heard he comes from a very poor background. Then he started to take a physical toll and he did the romance genre. Okay. He's 36. He's 36. Yeah, definitely this year is going to be his year. Like you're going to see him in a very mature role, and you're going to see him like be more stable. But yeah, probably there's something about him wanting to take a role or to take a project that is very new, I would say, or innovating. Like so, he wants to innovate. He wants to get out of the box. So yeah, it's a year of a lot of movement, a lot of like he's going to move, he's going to travel. Yeah, yeah, but he was carrying with a lot of responsibilities that weren't his. And I think that with this we can also see it from the perspective of him actually like, agreeing to do certain roles or projects that maybe he wasn't like really feeling it, but he did it because I don't know. His manager or the people around him told him that this was great. Also, guys, like the last time, please, if my mic runs out of battery, please can you put the emoticon of a red flag, so if I look at it, I know that my mic is off. Thank you. Okay, let's continue with this friendship or dynamic tarot reading for NCT members Doyoung and Johnny. These two Aquariuses that are very different. Let's see the relationship today. So we are warming up a bit for Aquarius season. Doyoung, Johnny. Could it be they're both fighting for the leadership role? Could they be competing for the leadership role? Like, are they the oldest of the group? Okay, from Doyoung's part, yeah, one of them is the oldest. As the relationship as an overall, they got the emperor. So there's something about the two of them, feeling like entitled, like I should take the throne. Okay, from Doyoung's side, we have Death card, very dramatic all of a sudden. Four of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Then from Johnny's side, we have Eight of Pentacles. A lot of work, this relationship. Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. A lot of love, but a lot of push and pull. A lot of love, but tough love. These two have their moments, and we have the Emperor. And probably it has to do that both of them are very bossy in their own way of being, because both of them had different styles of expression, but definitely they are bossy. They are bossy. Like, it's like, follow me. I know what we're doing. I have the information. I know how we are supposed to do things. I have the experience. Let me guide you. Let me be your emperor. Let me be the one that guides you. I'm going to grab you by the hand, and I'm going to guide you and show you around and show you how things are done here, because I'm so nice. But I think that definitely they clash because they have probably the same ambition, that is to be the emperor, to be the ruler. Like, secretly, I want to be the ruler. And I want you to follow me. But yeah, from Doyoung's perspective, I think that Doyoung definitely is. Starting with the death card, I think that Doyoung, I don't know how old Doyoung is, but maybe he's feeling his Saturn return. I don't know if he's 28 or what, but he's feeling a Saturn return. He's feeling like that a lot of things from his life are changing. He's also, I know he's Scorpio rising. So when I see the death card, definitely I see transformation for Doyoung. And I think that Doyoung, it's someone that he is a bit detached from reality. I think that sometimes he goes through mood swings where he cares a lot about what people think of him, but then at the same time he has the potential to detach himself from what goes on. So in this connection with Johnny, I think that there's something about him learning to be a bit more patient with Johnny. I think that he's learning to be more present for Johnny, because I don't know what happened with Doyoung, but I feel like he has a change. He's changing. It's like he's like removing his old skin, and he's changing. He definitely is changing. He's waking up, I would say. He's waking up in his connection with Johnny, because we have the four of cups after this card. You know that this is the apathy card, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it's about, like, I know I didn't care in the past, but now I'm going to put the effort in this connection. But I think that since this Seven of Pentacles is all about patience, I think that it has to do with him caring for the connection or working to get a better relationship with Johnny, but not wait results right away. It's like you build a good connection with Johnny, but don't sit around and wait for the relationship to be perfect now, because probably there had been some moments of disconnection between the two of them really not connecting with each other, really, like, yeah, participating, being in the group, yeah, talking, ha ha ha, all laughter, all giggles, like, yeah, you're cute, yeah, but actually having nothing in common. Even though the both of them are both Aquariuses, I believe that they're very different. But I see that Doyoung is changing. He's going through a transformation in himself. So he's like, he has a better plan this time. And maybe he has to do it like this because he generally, maybe sometimes he doesn't get Johnny. So for him, it's like, I'm really putting my effort because I really don't know how to get to you, and also that if I don't get to you right away, to not take it personally. But he's changing that, he's like, I better do not assume anything of Johnny. I better just let our relationship flow. That's it. And then from Johnny's perspective, we have the Age of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and Nine of Wands. So see, from Johnny is actually easier in the sense that he's like, I have to put a lot of effort to love Doyoung, like to connect with Doyoung. I have to put a lot of effort. Like I think that he's like, it's not something that comes out naturally. I have to put the effort. And I think that he realizes that probably Doyon is the kind of person that he really needs like a very nurturing and loving and just very intimate feedback, And probably for Johnny to have that level of intimacy is not a possibility. For him, it is tough work. It's like he has his defenses very up. He's like, I don't do the lovey-dovey thing. So if you want me to kiss your feet and like bow in front of you and be like, oh, what can I do for you? Like, I love you. My heart is open and full of emotions for you. Johnny is like, forget it. I'm not that type of person. I really will. I'm trying. I'm working on it. He's working on it. He's working on being more emotional because definitely he does care for the young. He has the feelings. He has the feelings. But at the same time, he's so on the defense about showing it, about showing it. He's like, really? You're making me do this right now? Talk about feelings? You should know that I have feelings. But stop it. We can have our moments, but just once and then go away. Then, the walls are up again. This posture is up again. And then we have the emperor as the relationship as an overall. So yeah, I think that it's like is them just trying to be people with influence in the group, with them sort of wanting to be the boss of one another, or like, oh, I am the authority, yeah, Taeyeon is the leader, but then there I come after Taeyeon, like sort of like this. But definitely also the emperor is an invitation for their bond to be more stable. Definitely. They have the potential this year to become stronger together, but they have to, I don't know, there's something about them competing with each other, like even when they don't want to. I don't know if people compare the two of them or if someone talks about them as if they were the same person and they're like, I'm not like that person. When you're so opposite that you're like, don't like, don't, I am me. And this is something that I think that it has to do with being an Aquarius and being original, that you don't want to be compared to the other, because you have your own flavor. You are, but both of them are very bossy. Both of them. they want to rule one another or they want to dominate the other. It's like, follow me because I know what I'm doing. So yeah, it's complex. I relate to it. Doyoung did make Johnny cry with his letter when he wanted him to stay and not giving up before debuting. And then suddenly too cry with his letter when he wanted to stay and not giving up. Akira, wait guys, please don't move don't type. Akira, I put you like a moderator. If you see someone in Spanish that is like typing weird stuff, can you please block it? And then suddenly to chill, Jaehyun becomes leader while others keep competing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, I think that definitely, with all the amount of air element in that group, I wouldn't be surprised that there's some rivalry. There's some, and also we can add the Geminis also to the mix. We can add Tail, Hechan, like we cannot forget about the air element in that group. Like people think that, oh, they are so funny, they are so goofy, but they have their dominance in the mi gente latino. That man is too disconnected. Yeah, but he's beautiful. Yeah, Hechan is the king of swords. Hechan is the king of swords. Hechan is, I like, at least from what I got on the dynamic of with NCT 127, even though he's the magnet, I believe they really praise him for his intelligence. Even the choreographers, like everyone praises him because he is a fast learner. The guy is, and also I believe Johnny was the one that he said that actually they fear a bit Hechan because Hechan is the first one to call out the others when they mess up the choreography because he has a great memory. He has a great memory. I think that everyone goes for advice for Jaehyun and he's kind of the leader behind. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Marushka. Yeah. Yeah, because be he would be like adapting this leadership from a place of as if he was a counselor instead of a leader. It's like you go to Jaehyun for just a chat. You go and talk to him and you talk about what matters to you, what bothers you, what you're worried about, and then you come out of the conversation as a new person and you gain a new perspective. And maybe he didn't do much. He didn't interrupt you, he didn't give you an advice, but that's the thing. Sometimes there's some leaders that they function like that. They because they have the influence. They don't say much, they don't do much, but yet they are influential. They are much more influential than the leaders that spend all their days like screaming and shouting at people and bossing people around. I checked the Young's page and other things say Gemini. Yeah, I don't know why I believe that in some parts it says that he's a Gemini. Yeah, that he's a Gemini moon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, if he has like sun and moon like Johnny, they definitely are very different. Very different. Like you see the definitely the houses in their birth charts are on a different opposite sides because Johnny is very popular. Johnny with all this air element that he has probably has to do with his Venus in Capricorn. You know that he is like this mix of Aquarius of um with a bit of Capricorn at the same time. Like he looks confidence. We should check leader elections in NCT and see who will be Hechan or Jaehyun. He's just a silly little. Mm. Like Johnny and Doyoung are too different. They would get along better if that was the case, because they would understand each other on an emotional level. Yeah, it's just that Doyoung is very. This is why I'm like, the guy must have like water placement somewhere. Like maybe his planets are on a water sign, on a water signs house. But he feels very emotional for me because he is very reactive to what people say of him. That usually Aquarius people are not like that. So I wonder if he has all that air element. That's why for me, him being a Cancer moon, it makes sense. But I notice a lot of people say that actually they did his chart and possibly he could be a Gemini moon more than a Cancer moon. But I don't know because there's something about that I did notice this with this former TVSQ member, with Kim Jae-jung. I know that he was adopted, but there's people that say that because I believe I got that vibe when I read for him that the like his name and also his birth time, not the birth time, his birthday wasn't accurate. Like there was something about his real identity that I wasn't getting with the I tried to concentrate on what I was seeing, his birthday and also his name, and I got like, this is not him. I was confused. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another like Aquarius idols that they go through the same, of them being born on a day and actually being registered in the papers 2 weeks from the day or in another date. Like for me, I'm not from South Korea, but for me, since I was born with a lot of problems because I was premature. I was born in January the 15th, but nevertheless, like when I got out of the incubation process, that I was 2 months in there, there's sign in my papers that my birthday was March 11th. So do you see how it changes? And also, I don't know, maybe if you are adopted or something like that, or if they mess up your papers in the nursery home. That can happen to idols as well. Since we're on the topic of leaders, maybe you can do a reading on the leaders for some group. That's a good idea. He's Cancer Moon, Gemini rising, according to latest info. I don't think Johnny is emotional enough either for leader. He lacks empathy for me and does not have patience with empathy. Anyone knows if Aquarius placements are good leaders or what kind of leaders? The good thing about Aquarius people, like I noticed, like when they are part of a group, is that they are able to see everyone. Like, for example, they are good. Yeah, like when you do co-parenting, when you cooperate with the parent, or you cooperate with a leader, like a second leader. I believe Aquarius people are very good at it because they see a group from an holistic point of view and they don't miss anyone because they try to integrate everyone, not leave anyone behind. And sometimes when you are a leader, sometimes you are so focused on the results or on who has done better that you usually, like, you point out a few and you forget that the others also have the potential. So, sometimes Aquarius has this ability of being on the back and being like, I have been observing that this person is doing better, the other one is doing better, we should consider getting this person, sort of like an advisor. They have that ability of seeing the potential. Seeing the potential when sometimes the leaders, that they have so much responsibility on themselves, they cannot see everything and everyone. But an Aquarius person does see it. They do see it. They sort of do like a scan and they see everyone. Your birthday could have been same as mine. According to Vanessa, because I'm leader material. Yes. You have Mars in the 10th house. Definitely. Go out. People are watching. They are watching you. You cannot hide. You cannot hide. It doesn't matter how much your Cancer rising wants to run away and just be at home. That Mars in the 10th house is like, come on, we are waiting for you. The public is waiting for you. We want to see you do great things. Yes, he does listen to other. Yeah, he does. Jisoo. Jisoo twice as well. Oh, by the way, in a recent show with her family, Jihyo's mom said that Jihyo was left at the hospital for a time too. Oh, well, that's very Scorpio moon. We almost dying. Well, I mean, we arrived to this world, we are born, but we are very close to die, or something happens to our mother or someone, and we come into the world into a very traumatic experience, life or death situation. In my case, it's very funny because I did the birth chart of the March date that I was assigned on the papers, and it's really funny, guys, because in that date, March 11th, the moon was in Scorpio as well. So if I wanted to be another moon sign, there's no way. There's no way. Even my fake birthday, like, has in that day there was a Scorpio moon. So yeah, it's in my it's following me, like it's in my. It was meant to be. My soul wanted to be a moon in Scorpio. I just think that Johnny is fighting for his title, just so no one else is able to tell him what to do. Literally fighting for title's sake. And her mom cried because she was an ugly baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know if I was an ugly baby. I know I was hairy. I mean, I'm until this day, I am a bit hairy in here. If you notice that I have hair here, is because of the hormones. They did give me hormones to make me grow. Because, you know, actually, when I was born, the doctor said that I was 6 months. 6 months, like my nostrils, they were like they were covered. They weren't even developed properly. Like they still had that thing. It wasn't, I wasn't fully developed, and yet I survived. I was left in the hospital for 2 months until I gained the correct weight to be able to go home. But yes, I was given a lot of hormones. That's why I'm so hairy. I mean, like my mom has a lot of hair and my dad as well. But I mean, I'm so hairy because of this. Um, and I don't know if I was ugly, maybe, probably. But I just know that my dad was very worried about me. He would look at me because he said that I would fit in the palm of his hands. I would fit like in this, and he was afraid that I wouldn't be able to grow. You know, he would watch that I would be such a tiny baby that he would be like, "Is this baby going to grow? Like, is this baby going to grow like a normal person?" You know, like I'm sure they were worried. Yeah, I'm sure when you have a newborn that is so tiny, I'm sure that you that they are worried. I'm sure that parents must be very, like, I think that maybe, and this is something that I often talk with my mom, that they would maybe make jokes about it, but because, you know, humor is the only way that you can, like, you know, remember those moments where, you know, it's your only child, you know, you're worried, you know, will they turn out to be okay? You know, will they have a health issue you know, like it must be like tough. Usually people in the public eye have prominent 10th house planets. I can never imagine Jisoo being ugly. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She has big round eyes. She's beautiful. The country's affiliates crying about ugly baby. Yeah. Mm. Surprised they don't do plastic surgeries on newborns in Seoul. I saw reading for Momo saying she might experience like a sickness of accident. She's gonna be okay when she recovers. She's gonna easily take care of. Like physical pain, a Scorpio thing. I hope she doesn't, but no, when you're reading from hormones are no joke. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I know. Look, my mom, my mom was a Scorpio, and she, I believe she got married with my dad when she was 30. She was 30 years old, and I believe that, I don't know, a couple months later, she had an accident with her father. They were, both of them were like crossing the streets, walking on the streets, and there comes a truck and hits them. So they were involved in this car accident. Like they were just walking, you know, and they were hit by this truck. He her dad fortunately he had injuries, but the one that had the most like hard injuries, devastating injuries, was my mom, actually. She had to spend, because she broke her left femur, so they had to put like you know, some, she would call it like some pieces of metal to keep the tight together, to keep the bones together. um and she told me that that she would get like surgery very often, and that she would spend like 8 months in the hospital, like just laying, because she had to, like everything was like, I don't know how you call this, like when they put this white thing on you to keep you from moving, and she was covering that from here to the whole um, left leg, and she couldn't move. She had to be like this, like in the hospital bed, for 8 months. Um, so she definitely, like, she survived, but that left some. She definitely, like, then she was left with a disability because she couldn't walk. She had to use like a crutch, like it wasn't like she couldn't fully recover, she couldn't like walk properly, like she needed the help of something. So that definitely, like, sort of marked her experience. It was very traumatic. Probably she was also very depressed about it, because it's sometimes, especially people that are of, my mom was, uh, she was in her 40s when she had me, but she was in her 30s when this accident happened. And back then, there weren't like a lot of like assistance when it comes to mental health. It was more about like, okay, let's save this organ or this part of the body. Let's try to fix this, and let's hope she gets better, and let's send her home. And it's all about the physical body and not so much what goes on after the person has like this very traumatic event, and also how to deal with having to live with this for the rest of your life. um so yeah, Scorpio women, they don't have it, like, it's not easy. Metal rod, she probably got metal rod. Scorpios are tough for a reason. Mm-hmm. She just got her ears pierced because she can handle pain and is easily freaked. Oh, most Scorpio rising in the moon, I have had tough childhood. My friend who teaches me about tarot and stuff is Scorpio rising, and she did have a difficult childhood. Yeah, she's like, she's gonna. It should be Scorpio men. No, Scorpio men, they also go through it. They also go through it. They also. But like, definitely a Scorpio, like a Scorpio influence is very strong also. Like, you don't need to be a Scorpio, but if you are a rising, a moon, um, Pluto is there as well. So mm, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, it you get used to it. You get used to it. Like, and this is why sometimes when I see Scorpio idols and I see them, that they have like this very weird sense of humor, and they just laugh, and probably they are not that, like people think that they are dark and mysterious. Like, actually no, they're just people. It's just that sometimes you have to put some kind of humor to, because life is tragic, and when you have seen the dark side of things, you don't want to be reminded, like, okay, like, we want you to embody the darkness. We want you to stay in the darkness, in that pain. No, sometimes Scorpios are even like the funniest comedians sometimes, because they just manage to make fun of very tragic situations. um mm, Yes, I admire Mars and Scorpio people, but I have a love-hate relationship with them because I just I see what they do and I don't like it. I don't know why. I think that they also go through a lot of very harsh things, but I just don't like this vendetta attitude that they have. It's sort of like, okay, I'm going to get you, and they are like very everything that they do when it comes to action, it has to do with sort of like getting back at someone or something, and it's like, you can live life without being resentful. Like, you can actually choose to do something without having some, being angry at someone. It's like, I also hate my ex, but he's not going to rule my life, or be the one reason why I'm going to get a glow up in my life, because I hate him. It's like, no. If I want to get better, or if I want to advance in life, I'm going to do it because of me, because I want to do it, not because I want to get back at someone. Um, Actually, Moon is in full Scorpio. Ah, I don't know. I watched Detriment, and I think that Detriment and Fall sounded the same. I don't know. I said like, oh yeah, I understood what you meant, Rafi. I understood. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to be reading for, I don't know how and how we went from Aquarius to Scorpio, but yeah. Um, I'm going to move on to Jisoo, Blackpink Jisoo. Sorry, guys. I'm going to drink water. Sorry, guys. When I start coughing like this, okay. Okay, for Jisoo, we have Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, Three of Swords, Six of Cups in reverse, and the Emperor. And then from the Oracle, she got the card of Jupiter in Scorpio manipulation. So it's interesting actually, because what gets my attention the most um is this Three of Swords in here in the middle of the reading. So 2024 is going to be a, a bit bittersweet for Jisoo. Um, I think that it makes sense because starting with the Queen of Pentacles and the Fool, there's a new beginning for her, definitely individually. There's a new beginning. There's she definitely like comes as strong as this Queen of Pentacles. And it's like with the Fool, it's like you have the you have the possibility to start over, and it's like, okay, what do you want to do with this new beginning? What is it that you want? Like, what are you going to do from now on, now that you have this liberty, now that you have this freedom, now that you have this new beginning? What are you going to do with it? I definitely think that she's a very ambitious person. I think that she has success, but with the Three of Swords in the middle, like I'm like, what is going on with her? Probably, this sort of freedom or this independence, and her having to focus on herself, and also her individuality. There's something about her really like being very excited for this new beginning, but at the same time, um I think that she could go through some moments of feeling very sad, or feeling a bit like heartbroken because she is alone in this, and I don't know why we were talking about Aquarius energy, and Aquarius people. And even though she is a Capricorn, we know that she has moon in Aquarius. So maybe there's a part of her that she actually um, is going through a sort of heartache because, being on her own, or having to work without the other girls, or having to think about this new beginning for her individually is going to be challenging, and also a bit disappointed because maybe she doesn't see herself outside of the group. So there's something about her having to assert her own individuality, and probably she's going to struggle a bit with that, because then we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So the Six of Cups in reverse is like, the past is not coming back. You sort of have to wake up and realize that yeah, maybe, things are not what they used to be, and they are not going to go back to what she knew. So maybe she's going to go through this period of feeling very lonely, feeling very misunderstood. um Definitely, like, I wonder what's going on with her individually, because the Three of Swords is like, is a heartache, is like when you go through a sort of separation. It feels heavy, it's not just like, oh, like, I'm sorry this ended. I feel that for her it's like deeper. She could go through some kind of like identity crisis, like trying to figure out who she is after this new beginning. um and probably not being satisfied with what she represents. Maybe she wants something different. Maybe she wishes she had another opportunities, but there's a bit of sadness. Like actually, like, this is not. I should be excited. I am prosperous, because she comes on the reading as this Queen of Pentacles. So definitely, the girl is not. She's not broke. She's not like. But I think that, sometimes we all want a new beginning. We all want freedom, but not everyone knows how to transit freedom. It's when you actually go through the experience that you're like, oh, this is not how I think things would go. Um, and honestly, about projects and things, I don't see it. Maybe she feels lonely. She's going to feel lonely, or she's going to isolate herself. Um, but then the scar is the emperor. So, the emperor is also like, for me, the emperor, it could be an energy that is available for her to somehow, from this sadness, sort of take the wheel, take the control, like take the control of your life, and somehow like start over, like with whatever you have available. But probably she needs to go through the heartache of like, oh, things are not like I thought they would be. And probably feel a bit disappointed that maybe because I don't see a stability. So I wonder what's going on with her projects, because somehow I know people are talking and people are like, oh, because she's going to do this, she's going to do that. And initially I see a potential, of, oh, she could do this, she could go here. But then in the middle, I have the Three of Swords. So I wonder what happened with all those, because I don't see it moving. I don't see action. I see an idea. Um, but also, this emperor could be a person. I don't want to say like a guy, but I think that she has someone. She has a person that is very influential, someone that has the energy of the emperor, someone that is very established in their career, very secure of themselves, someone that went through a lot, probably went through what she went through. So this person is very knowledgeable, is also a leader, is a person that this person made himself, is the emperor, is the warrior. Um, but the warrior that no longer fights, like this person doesn't fight, they don't get up of this, they don't get up of the throne. So I sort of could see this person coming in, and sort of being important for her. I believe in the second half of the year. Like, I don't think that his influence is going to appear right away. I think it's going to take a while. um and I see this person like sort of helping her like turn this energy upside down, because I do see her a bit lost, honestly. um I don't know what she fears, I don't know what she misses, I don't know what is going on, but definitely the girl is this whole thing, this whole new beginning, it's not that exciting as people think. At least this is not what I see for her. Maybe she's a bit disappointed, or she's going to be disappointed at some projects not being what she wanted them to be. But at the end, she has the emperor. So at the end, I could sort of see someone stepping in, someone influential, someone older than her, someone experienced, someone very masculine also, and being like, come here, I'm going to teach you how to get out of here. So yeah. Like, please don't start shipping Jisoo with this guy. I'm sure you're going to do it anyway. But yeah, this is a very important person. This is a very important person. And maybe this is what she needs. She sort of needs someone that guides her. Maybe she feels very lonely. She feels very like heartbroken. Like um that that her life is supposed to be all glamorous, and she's supposed to be this, and she's maybe she's not finding the joy in it. um and then, well, the card is Jupiter in the advice is Jupiter in Scorpio, manipulation. So I would also, like, I would advise her to be careful of who she associates herself with, because there's manipulation also. So this is why I'm like, if this is a guy that is coming to sort of help her, assist her, give her advice, Like I would try, because the emperor is a very trustworthy person. Definitely, he's not a liar. It's not a person. It's not a cheater. um, but it's a very controlling person. So I hope that she doesn't get manipulated, because she could like end up, maybe trusting the wrong people, or just like accepting to things, and not knowing exactly what she's like agreeing on. Um, so I wonder if the people that were around her in her career, where are they? Like if she has like managers or friends in the industry, like did they all leave? Did they leave her? It feels very lonely, honestly. Hmm. I believe they renew contract only as a group, but not as soloist. So maybe she'd like the early days, rookie days better. A lot of people don't really like her acting. Like she only got the roles she had her because she's part of that team. I can imagine it might be hard for her. Um, it was rumored that she wanted to leave music to be an actress, but it must be one of those situations when you just can't help but miss the early days. Some people that work for Blackpink recently quitted, and some of them were women who seem very close to the chorus. Yeah, I see her very lonely. Like I'm like, where are these people? Mm, yeah. Like definitely the new beginning is coming, because she has the full. It's not that the girl. It's like she has the possibility to start over, to start clean. But there's also, with changes, there's a lot of risk. There's the unknown. There's the uncertainty. So maybe that's why she's going to find it challenging. Um, Probably she feels lonely as well. She feels lonely. It's just that in the industry, you never know. Like, well, not just in the industry, in life in general. But when there's money involved, of course, it gets worse. People are very ambitious. People would do anything to be associated with one of them. And that's why I'm like, girl, open your eyes, open your eyes, please. Don't trust just appearances, because okay, I'm going to pull cards for this girl Hyesun of singles Inferno and Wonik. Hyesun, Hyesun and Wonik. Because today I did for her and Wonik. Mm. Is anyone in here fan of the show? The guy is very interested in her. That Wonik guy. Okay, let's start from her side. Singles Inferno contestant. Today I read for the the Wani, the guy, the basketball player, and this other girl, Hyosung, that she was chosen by him. They are very popular, but I was requested to do a reading for her and another contestant that his name is Wonik, and he actually, like, I believe they went on they went to paradise together, but um but yeah, maybe, behind, like, once the cameras are off, their dynamic changes, of course. But yeah, let's begin with her side. From her side, we have the Page of Wands, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. And then from his side, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which this is the card that actually Wani got, the other guy. Knight of Wands and Two of Cups. So the guy is interested. He could activate, actually, I would say. And the relationship or the connection, we have the Four of Wands. So I would say with him, Hyesun, um, she feels like a teenager with him. I don't know why. Like, she feels like she can be. She even feels like a bit wild. You know, when you talk nonsense, or when you do just things like spontaneously, um, and that you are fun and you're unexpected, and it seems like she can be herself, and she can be childish if she wants to, or she can be wild if she wants to, because I feel that that the good thing about these two, about Hyeseon and Wonik, is that actually she doesn't imagine a future with him, or at least when they were on Inferno, or when they were in the Paradise, when they had their moments, she sort of didn't see the potential. Like, she had fun with him. Definitely, he allows her to be herself, or to be a bit like, to act like a child, to be more spontaneous, to be wild. That maybe with the other guy that she liked, because she liked Wani from the beginning, she felt like she had to and be composed, put her, sort of act a certain way, um, for him to react. But with Wani, there's something about her not expecting much from. Are you talking about the 27-year-old and 23-year-old and 27-year-old? I don't remember their ages. Um, but I know she's young. Yeah, the other guy, Wani. Yeah, Wani was the oldest of all them. That he was actually childish, the most childish of all. He was 36, the basketball player. Is Singles Inferno season 3, and this guy Wani, he chose her. He chose her. Her name is Hyeseon. She is the one with the short hair. She has like a bob, and she's very cute. She has like a very cute smile. But then there's this other guy that his name is Wonik, Wonik. That, yeah, he didn't do much. Like, he didn't, like, how can I say this? For me as a spectator, I didn't like the way he behaved, but nevertheless, she seemed to have fun with him. She seemed to be like, so maybe there's some people that are like, oh, maybe, she has more potential with him, and not with this guy that with Wani, that is not not everyone is a fan of Wani. So yeah. But in this case, from her side, I think that she was able to relax and be herself, and just have fun, because she didn't see a future with him. She wasn't planning to get nowhere with him. It's like, oh yeah, you're fine. We laugh. I can be spontaneous because I'm not interested. It's like, yeah, we laugh and that's it. We have fun and that's it. Um, but then we also have the Six of Pentacles. So there's something about her. Um, I don't know if I can. So she picked the wrong guy. Mm, I don't know. I definitely, for the cards that I get, um, I don't see it less with the other. I'm going to try to type the name of the people that I'm reading. It's, I don't know if it's written like this, his name, but I believe that that's E-N. This. Um, but also, yeah, with the Six of Pentacles coming from her, there's this, like, I don't think that she's like closed off to have something with him. She's not like entirely in opposition to the, hey Lilian, hey Natasha. It's not that she's closed to the idea of, like having like a friendship or something with him. Actually, she's very generous. She's like, okay, if you show interest, I will give it back. Like, if you text me, I will text you. There's something about her being very fair and being very considerate also towards him. It's like, if we sort of resume the connection, and if we, like, if we have fun, yeah, like, but she's not looking for something from him. She sort of sees him more like a friend, or like a buddy, or like someone that, oh, we are equals. um but yeah, she has fun, and probably having no expectation also makes her be more attractive. That she's not thinking about him, or she's not like seeing him like a potential partner. But definitely she's willing to, whatever dynamic they have, um she's like willing to participate in it. Okay, you give me attention, you want to text me, you want to talk to me, you want to see me. Okay, yeah, if I'm available, we will see each other. She's not like closed off to the idea. And from his side, that I think that is very interesting, because I see Wani, because I know he's a Taurus. I see Wani, and I see and I see the other guy. I see it. This is Wani, and this is Wani and Wani. Because I got this card for him today, so I'm like, this is him, and this is the other one. Being like, I'm not going to let you pass. She's mine. Like, I'm going to get my chance with her. So I wonder, he's sort of becoming more active towards her. He's becoming more brave. So I can sort of see him like maybe, trying to reach out to her, trying to collaborate with her, talk to her, and them sort of being like resuming the good vibes that they had of each other when they interacted on the island. And then the relationship as an overall, we have the Four of Wands. So see, there's a lot of wands. There's a lot of, this is the kind of, it's not like I would say, oh, this is a potential relationship. But this is a potential of two people just not being that fixated on like, okay, I want you to be my lover and I want us to be romantic together. This is more like, let's go out and have fun. and let's just enjoy each other's company, because I want to laugh, I want to have fun, I want us to talk about what we went through and just laugh about it and be silly about it. It's so much fun. It is so spontaneous that it can turn into something. It can turn into something, because definitely the guy, Wonnie, he's interested in her. He wants it. He wants the connection. He wants an opportunity with her. And he's sort of like seeing that maybe the other guy's been a bit slow. This word of slow, I mentioned it a lot on the reading of her and Wani, him being slow. And this guy's warning, he's sort of activating. He's like, okay, here I go. Here I go, and I want my chance. So I I wouldn't be uh, I wouldn't be surprised if they had their moment now after everything is done, and then being able maybe to see each other more. But yeah, first to see each other as friends and hang out. Okay, I'm going to continue with this girl with Yiren of Everglow. Yiren. Another one that has a free of source in the middle. What's going on with these girls, with these women in K-pop? What is going on? They're just so unhappy. Like, what's going on? Like, I mean, she does have good cards, but nevertheless, like the free of source in the middle is like a screaming sadness. Oh my God. That environment must be so toxic, guys, so toxic. Okay, for this girl, for Jiren of Everglow, we start with the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the Three of Swords in the middle, then we have the Magician and the Justice. So yeah, I think that at the beginning, she's actually going to do very well. This nine of Pentacles lets me know that she has the potential to shine. She actually believes in herself, believes in her ability. She's doing very well, actually. Like, I don't know if it's with the group or if it's with her community, with her family, with her, personal matters, but the girl is very happy in that sense. Like, she feels fulfilled. She's not alone. Like I said, this is like the family card. Probably also with the girls, maybe if with the group, there's like a dynamic that is also very healthy. So she feels very victorious. She feels like very proud of what she has with the group. Um, but then in the middle, see, we have the free of swords. So I'm like, what is going on with this? Like, what is going on? Maybe there's like something that has to do with her career. That's something that is not actually, you know, going on. And she didn't went back to China for almost a year. Yeah, I was like, I see her like very, very happy of herself, with family, with, just feeling very happy, just very, very happy. When you're like, I'm calm, and this is funny because when I read for the actor at the beginning, he actually got this card of, that I told you that he sort of was trying to run away from his family or from his community because they were suffocating him. But in the case of her, it's different because she feels very assertive. She feels very much like in her element. She feels very proud of herself when she is probably in her hometown. I don't know if maybe she has to go back, and this is what is causing her to be sad, to be a bit disappointed, and be like, oh, you know. But yeah, she's going to have to go through it. Yeah, definitely, like probably disappointed. Yeah. Yeah, because they also, the card that she got is, Venus in Scorpio secrets. So yeah, probably there's something about the group that is still not known. There could be drama in the group again with some member or with something that is related to the group, maybe some secrets coming out, and her, being involved in this, and sort of being in that sort of dynamic and being affected by this. Also, I do get the vibes of a betrayal, her feeling betrayed. So yeah. But then if it's something against the group or some girls, then she has the justice and she has the magician. So definitely, I think that whatever disappointment, whatever heartache, whatever betrayal there could be, or secrets coming out, actually, I see a very favorable resolution for her and maybe the group, because we have justice and we have the magician. So definitely, I see her, very proactive, and also maybe the other members about, looking out for each other and maybe also looking out for their careers. I see her like standing very strong and being like, I'm going to get justice, or I'm going to get the justice involved, but they're not going to bring me down. Like, yeah, I was sad, I was disappointed when I heard about this, but nevertheless, I'm going to get justice. Like, I'm an artist. I'm going to keep navigating this. Like, they're not going to stop me. Like, definitely with the magician, it lets you know that she has, or the group has, a lot of resources, and that they're very intelligent, and whatever is going on, there's going to be justice. There's going to be justice involved. She's not going to be like seated in there waiting for someone to save her. No, she's going to get justice herself. And also, I see her like, very talented, very, probably she's a good communicator. There's something about her being sort of like knowing who to talk to, or maybe she has like contact with other artists, being like, guys, we should go here, we should go there, we should, a lot of movement, a lot of movement. Like, yeah, I was sad because the Three of Swords in the middle definitely is like, a bittersweet feeling. It's like, I didn't expect this to happen. But nevertheless, I'm not going to sit and just let this destroy me. No, 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 no. I'm going to fight. I'm going to use my tools, what I know, my knowledge, my experience. She's very talented. She has like a lot of charisma. So I can see her convincing anyone. Yeah, I was like, with this Three of Swords. What recommendations, Samara? I still have some people here. But what is it? She's also very beautiful and praised as a center. Yeah, I see her with the magician. I was like very mesmerized. I was like, she's so smart. Like, she's so like I don't know. I'm going to have to look for her because I don't remember her, but she's so wise. Like, she knows. She's like, no, you can say it, Samara. But yeah, definitely I see it. Jeffrey and Mark? No, I believe I haven't. Do you remember? I know I read for Jeffrey and Johnny, and Jeffrey and not Che, Jungwoo. Jeffrey, Jaehyun, because then when I write my notes, I'm like, who is Jeffrey? And what group is he part of? Chacharlino, the one, when I saw the energy of the justice and the magician, she reminded me of Baekhyun. When I read for Baekhyun, he also got the magician, and I'm like, these people are so good with words. They definitely they have the charms, they have their ways. It's like, you want to get me into trouble? I can call some people. I know things. You did also Jeffrey and Utah, but can't remember if you did also Taeyong with him. Yeah, Taeyong I did. Taeyong and Jeffrey. Yeah, Taeyong I did. That I said that Taeyong was very heartbroken as well. But did I do Jeffrey and Utah? Did I do that, Samara? Because I know I talked about how people are freaking out because there's like they made a content, a sort of a clip of Jeff, like sort of them being in a K drama where like Jeffrey is like the male lead and Utah would be like the female lead. I did. I don't remember. And what did I get? Did I? I know I did Mark in Utah and Jungwoo in Utah. That one was the one that I requested. And since my bias loves to be like he loves to be praised, he loves sexy things as well. Then we can add like a dynamic about what is their fantasies. But that I can do for Patreon or maybe for Saturday. We can, because I was laughing that the whole. I don't want to say the word here because I might get banned. But when he was talking like in that fan call that he asked the person, he was like, oh, you're into, because she was praising him about a scene, I don't know what song it is, that he's on the table dancing, and she was, oh, I love you in that song, and he cut it right away. He was very quick, and he's like, oh, you're into sexy things, right? And supposedly like the girl just was left silent, maybe she was a bit embarrassed, and he was like, oh, but me too, I love imagining about those things. Like in Dead and B they did. Only missing Mark, Doyoung, Hechan with Jeffrey. To complete the Jeffrey series. Ah. Okay. What Vanessa made a playlist. I did a playlist. I will use Jeffrey series for me and my friends. It's hilarious. You meant what is Utah Fantasy or the whole NCT 127? No, we should do NCT 127 because the citizens are going to kill me if I only do my bias. They're going to be like, what about the rest? But I don't have like those spicy decks, sexual tarot decks. I don't have them. So I'm going to just use tarot to read it. But we should do the whole the members. Yeah, because it would be like selfish of me to just do it, like choose do it like. We should do it on Saturday. Are you available on Saturday, Samara? Or do you have to work, right? Girl, you have a more psychic deck. Yeah, but no, that is very, that I cannot show it here. I cannot show it. Maybe you know what I can do? I can sort of cover the cards. Everyone is naked in there. You have to work. Okay. We can do one thing because I'm sort of like, I want my mate as well because my throat is hurting. I can finish the readings because we can, like, now that we are all in here, like normally, Saturday some of you can make it, some of you cannot make it, and now we are all in here. So I can finish this reading for these people. I take a break of 10 minutes and then I go back and I bring that deck and we can do the dynamic today. Are you okay with it? No, I'm going to do it here on the live stream. Because it's funnier. It's funnier than just being like my own playing, like putting the cards. Okay, yes, you go, Fluffy. Fluffy, yeah, you go. And since I'm going to cut it, remember that it's going to be in a different live stream. Okay. Okay. The one I have on my list pendants is Eric of the Boys and then DK iKon. Okay. I'm going to finish with these two. Then I'm going to cut the live. I'm going to be back in 10. So I can prepare the mate and everything. So I don't joke what I'm reading. And then we can start. Let's make it fun, guys. Let's make it dynamic, so we can also like Marushka sometimes she says and she gives this feedback that I think that is very, it's also very it's true. Sometimes the readings are very heavy when it comes to the idols are tired, the idols have conflicts, they have their lives. So those sort of dynamics, where we can be like, okay, them as men, what do they fantasize about? We can laugh a bit and just share. I think that it gives it a different touch. And Jedam, I wrote down the leader series that you recommended, and I'm going to do them like on Saturday, so we can read for the leaders. In the live in 90 minutes. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm going to, then I have to, Mark, yeah, you're right, Mark and Jeffrey. Okay, so then I'm going to start with Eric of the Boys, then DK, then the dynamic between Mark and Eric. Okay, Eric, we are doing great, Eric. Then after I'm finished with them, I will resume. Okay. Thank God Eric got very positive cards because I didn't like seeing that he had that accident. Like, this is my personal opinion. I think that the boys choreographers, they should slow down a bit with, doing those stunts of throwing the guys in the air because that's too dangerous. Like, please. Eric, we start with the Empress, Six of Cups. The Fool in the middle. So I'm glad to see the Fool also, because it means that literally the guys are starting a new cycle. They're starting over. Nine of Pentacles. And also, these cards came out a lot today. Ten of Cups. Then from the Oracle, he got the card of Moon in Leo, appreciation. So see, this is actually he got cards that, if you notice in the cards, if you see the Empress, she's standing alone. If you see the Fool is daring to jump alone. And if you see the Nine of Pentacles, the lady is standing alone. So there's something about individuality. Probably, there's something about Eric this year, actually wanting to expand his experience and his individual projects. There's something about him becoming a bit more daring. I mean, like, I want to do more, or I want to, you know, I want to be seen more. I want to be more. Probably he wants to be more beautiful. There's something about him wanting to show himself more, show his body more, to be appreciated more. He wants to be a star. He wants to be a star. He probably wants even his own show. Definitely, this is, and this is something that for me, Eric, even though he's the magnet, he always gives me this vibe of that the guy is the magnet in the group, but in life, the guy is like a business person. He's like the true Capricorn man, in the sense that he wants to be his own individual artist. Like he's like okay being part of the group, and he will do his best to make the group shine. But at the same time, he wants individual activities. He wants to shine. He wants to sort of find his um, I would say like his place of belonging, where he can be like, this is my audience, and this is what I want to do with my audience. And he wants to do something crazy. He wants to do something crazy. I don't know if it's like having his own show and inviting others, because definitely the guy is very popular. Here I see him with this Nine of Pentacles, and also we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. So there's something about the guy already has built a sort of like, he has a lot of contacts in the industry. He knows maybe a lot of idols. He knows a lot of people. So he's like, with all these people that I know, I can sort of create a show for myself, where he is the face, like he is the star, like, because he is a leader. Like the guy, and this is not to say that he will take the leader or the lead role in The Voice. No, this is about Eric, the individual. He wants to work more with his image, and he's much more willing to do things to promote what he's good about, because actually he feels very confident, and he has the right people around him. He has people that praise him, people that love him. Maybe he has a lot of friends in the industry, or people that work in the industry, or they work with the media. So he knows he's very intelligent, and people choose, like, they really like him. He has a good reputation, I would say. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know if some people know if Eric comes from a rich background, or if there's something about his family also having a lot of connections, because it's not that I think that this is the reason why he would get some opportunities, but I think that the guy just knows how the business works. He knows that, okay, if I associate with this, I will get this, or if I associate with others, I will do this. At the same time, he's very entertaining. He has the potential to be a good MC, for example, or to be a good presenter. He's really good. He shines. He has the potential to shine. But I think that there's something about him wanting to go through a sort of glow up. I don't know if he wants to sort of train more with his body and look more like, appealing on his body, or changing his hairstyle. There's something about him wanting to work on his body, look more strong and appealing. But yeah, the card is Moon in Leo. So he's in his Moon in Leo essence. He wants to be seen. He wants to be appreciated. He wants to be appreciated for what he can do as an individual artist. He wants to be seen. He wants to be in the spotlight. He wants to be in the center. And also, I think that it has to do because I did notice that usually it's not that he's the only one, but usually Eric does this sort of a stance, where he's being thrown in the air and all those things that he knows how to do. But, it's dangerous. Nevertheless, with the kind of appreciation, I sort of get that probably the guy is looking for appreciation. It's like, look what I can do. Look what I can achieve. Look, like, I'm here to work. Like, pay more attention to me. Like, please appreciate me more. Because, the guy is ambitious. He is ambitious. You cannot stop him. Okay. Then the decay of iKon. DK is going through with the petition to work with someone. DK is moving. DK is moving. Is moving with all his. He's going to associate with someone. He's going to work with someone. I would say, with someone that is not that famous, but that is very passionate. Someone that is new to I would say, or maybe younger than him. I don't know. The person looks very young in spirit. Because we start with the five of wands. We start with the five of wands, the ace of cups, knight of cups, page of wands, and ace of pentacles. So if this is like an enterprise, if this is like a deal, it's going to be successful. Definitely him collaborating with this person is going to make him look good. And he really loves this person. So I see him following this guy, whoever he is, and he's like, okay, wherever you go, I go. And then from the oracle, he got Mercury in Aquarius, originality. So yeah, definitely here with the five of wands as the first card, I think that the guy they really had a lot of discussions and a lot of, like, I don't know if it's with the group that he had a lot of discussions or he had a lot of disagreements. So he's like starting over, he's more thinking about himself. He's like, okay, I'm tired of arguing. Like, I see that in the past, maybe I couldn't do what I wanted to do because we couldn't get to an agreement. There were a lot of oppositions, a lot of different ideas, a lot of different perspectives. But now I need to think about myself. I need to think about what makes me happy. Me as a creator, as someone that is able to create something. Like, what do I do with all my creativity? What do I do with all that I have, all these ideas that I have? I need to get it to someone that would understand me and that would be willing to work with me, to collaborate with me. I'm open. Like, I'm no longer waiting for others to be like, okay, let's do this. I'm going on my own. I'm going on my own to get the opportunity that I want. And probably for him, this is like the first time, that he's sort of like taking the chance to go see this person and be like, okay, let's work together. I made up my mind. Like, I'm tired of trying to, like, there's something about DK's energy that probably the guy is like always trying to sort of get to an agreement with others about, like, okay, guys, how do we do this? And when do we do this? And how do you want to do this? I'm listening to your opinions. Like, how should we do this? And then maybe, they have different ideas, they argue, they are not in the same state in life. Probably they are very different, they are apart. And this doesn't mean that the group is going through something. No, they're not going through anything. It's just that there's differences. Maybe what he wants to achieve as an artist is very different from what the others want. So there's something about him really connecting with his emotional self and also connecting with what makes him happy as an artist. Okay, what is your wish? What is your goal? What do you want to do as an artist? Like, think about it. And I think that also probably like collaborating with this guy is Um, can you share their songs? So I think that definitely he's like, feeling more energized, because if this person is younger, the person is like more like creative, like he's willing to take the risk. Probably it could be like a younger rapper or dancer, someone like this. And yeah, with originality, definitely what he's communicating is that he wants something different. He wants to do something different. Definitely, he wants originality in his life. And probably he had been feeling very inspired with a lot of ideas, but probably like very lonely, in the sense that he needs to do it with others. Like he needs to collaborate with someone to make this idea come true. But at the same time, probably he wanted to do it with the rest of the members. Maybe there were some differences of styles and miscommunication, and he wasted a lot of time with that. So he's like, instead of just wanting to ask the guys if they want to do it with me, why don't I go and find someone else? I think that that's what it's about. But yeah, it's a whole year also of openness and transformation for him. So definitely I see him like at whatever he's going to achieve and be good at is going to be something that he does from the bottom of his heart. I decided to check out Honey's song Eric did with Sonu last week. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of TikToks of that song. At first I didn't like it, but now it's stuck in my brain, because it's like it's everywhere. So, and everyone is doing challenges. So yeah, it's cute. I didn't know they wrote it. Okay, dynamic friendship or dynamic reading between Jaehyun and Mark. NCT Jaehyun and Mark. He has an upcoming solo album, so hopefully this is the direction he wants to go, apart from his activities with iKon. Oh, he's going to do great, Rosel. He's going to do great. He's going to do great, because definitely this is something that he has been preparing from the bottom of his heart. It's very meaningful. It's very emotional. Like it probably it's very emotional. Not Jeffrey, because if I do, Samara, if I do upload this in TikTok and I say Jeffrey, people are not going to know who we're talking about. So yeah, Jaehyun and Mark. Jaehyun, Mark. Mark always working. Mark always working. Jaehyun got a very Taurus card. We start with Jaehyun. He had the Hierophant, the company card, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Then from Mark's perspective, we have Eight of Pentacles. Probably Mark always working, poor guy. Five of Cups and Three of Wands in reverse. Mark with the broom. And then the relationship as an overall Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, just like Doyoung and Johnny, the relationship is all about work. It's all about putting the effort. It's something slow, and I think that it goes through different periods where they get along better, and there are moments where they just like it's very superficial, I would say. Starting from Jaehyun's perspective, I think that Jaehyun is, and this is not the first time that he got the Hierophant. So, like we were mentioning earlier, I think that Jaehyun is an example for Mark. And in his connection with Mark, definitely he helps Mark to think outside the box, and maybe to be like, slow down a bit. Like, the Knight of Pentacles, it's about like making steady progresses, but, at your pace. And also like okay, like you're doing great, you have plans, you're going somewhere, don't stop, like you're going somewhere. So also with the Hierophant, it's also like a teacher. So I also get this vibe. I believe I said this when I read for Jeffrey or Jaehyun in other dynamics with others. Jaehyun has some kind of mindset or some kind of wisdom that he's like a teacher for others. I swear, I think that maybe people don't realize this that much. But the guy, when he opens his mouth or when he like sort of guides you or gives you a feedback about something, um he's very smart, like he's very knowledgeable. And there's something about him like reminding Mark that Mark doesn't have to rush all the time, that you can make progress, like and there's no need for you to go crazy. Like as long as you have the eye on the objective or the goal, there's no need for you to go crazy all the time, because that's the philosophy of Jaehyun. Jaehyun's philosophy is to go at your pace. For him, is like he knows where he's going, but he's not going to get crazy to get there faster. I think that in this case, they are very different, because probably I think that maybe from Mark's perspective, it's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I actually like, everything I do, it has to do with, being precise, with being fast, with being always ready, and I think that probably what Jaehyun he wants to be like a role model for Mark when it comes to slow down a bit. Like take it slow, take it slow. Like even if because I don't think that this is about listen to what I say. I think that Jaehyun is more like watch what I do or observe what I do. Like, do you want an advice from me? Observe how I do it. And whenever you feel like you want to change your plans or you want to do something different, just do what I do. Like, take my experience and use it. Like, it's free. Even though they are both opposites, they are very different in energies. But Jaehyun is very stable in his energy. He's like, this is how I do things. And I also think about the future. And I also think big. I also dream big. I also have aspirations. I also have plans. But the way he executes his plans slow. Is slow. Jaehyun is very smart. Jaehyun never loses his sight from the goal. Never, never. And also he's someone that um he's not a fan of anyone. He's like his own fan. I mean, he's his own religion, I would say, here with the Hierophant. There's something very particular with Jaehyun's energy. Um, that is like I see it in comparison to Mark, and I'm like, he's soft about Mark. He's like, I don't say much to Mark. I don't guide Mark. I just tell him like, yeah, this is how I live my life. You want to review how you're doing yours? Do it. Like, he's very inspirational, I would say. And also it's just like everything that it has to do about Jaehyun. Jaehyun doesn't have to be that much to be seen as a sort of leader for Mark, because definitely the knowledge he does have it. He's a very wise guy, and whatever he's doing it correctly. But yeah, he doesn't rush. He's like the turtle, he's going slow. While everyone is rushing, he's going slow. But he's focused. He's focused. It's just that maybe his level of ambition is not the same as Mark or as other fire signs, that are all like, no. Then from Mark's perspective, I think that definitely Mark is a bit, in this period, I think that probably he could do a good use of what Jaehyun is saying, because I think that honestly Mark is not seeing he's not seeing the horizon. He's not seeing what's ahead. In this case, we have, from Jaehyun's perspective, we have the two of wands at the end. He has two of wands. He has only two, but he's looking ahead. He's looking at the horizon. In this case, Mark has three of wands. He has one more one because he has advanced. He has one extra wand. Nevertheless, he's in reverse. So it means that even though he keeps advancing, he keeps practicing, he keeps working, he's not able to see, the purpose of what he's doing. So he feels a bit lost, a bit confused. Is like, I don't know what I'm doing. I only know that I'm doing it in automatically because this is what I do best. But yeah, I think that also, the card of the relationship as an overall, they got the Seven of Pentacles again. I think that honestly, their connection is all about them teaching each other to be more patient, for whoever needs it. Because, the roles can reverse at any time. This is not to say that Jaehyun will always be like the teacher, and Mark should listen to his advices. But I think that there's something about them learning to be patient together, because probably, they are much more similar than what they think. And probably, this career or this group or the company that they're under is always constantly going to challenge them to be patient, to having to wait for results, wait for them, because they're not going to come out right away. You're not going to get the reward right away. You have to wait. Yes, the effort is here, you've done it, but it's not going to come out as fast as they would want to, or they would hope so. So, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, they are opposite signs, definitely. I did a reading for Black Swan, and I got the same card. Okay, guys, I'm going to disconnect, and I'm going to get my mate, my things. I'm probably going to change, because if I'm going to do another live stream, I'm going to save it with a different with a different shirt, so it looks different. But yeah, I'm going to get my mate because I don't want to start coughing. And just in case, I'm going to change to the other microphone so it doesn't get disconnected. And also, I'm going to get the deck. I need to get the deck. So, guys, I'll be back in 20 minutes. Not 20, 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to end this and go get some water, something to drink, and then I'll be back. Thank you, guys.